Hi, Sagittarius. My name is Darlene Dotson, and this is your Destiny of Truth for February of 2021. Now, Sagittarius, on the 1st, we have the Sun in Aquarius in your 3rd house, squaring Mars in Taurus in your 6th house. And your outspoken ways, Sagittarius, are getting in the way of the actions that you want to take at work or in your health life. Okay? There's something that you're trying to do with your finances, but your mouth is overloading you in your outspoken nature. And I always tell people Sun square Mars because I have this in my natal chart. It's involved in a T-square. But the Sun square Mars is all about how you are your worst enemy. And for you, your outspoken ways get in the way of what you want to accomplish. Okay? And with that being in the 6th house, it'll have to do with work or in your health, with your health. Now, on the 1st, we have Venus in Aquarius moving into the 3rd. And you're going to love to communicate at this time. You're going to be, of course, outspoken, as you always are, but you love it. You love communicating. And that's pretty much the way it's going to be over the next 30 days. Now, on the 5th, we have, okay, the 5th or the 6th, depending on where you're at. We've got Venus conjunct Saturn in the 3rd house. Now, with Venus in the 3rd house, it's all good. But Saturn is trying to restrict you in some way. And Saturn is like the crotchety old grandfather, okay? He's going to get what he wants, and that's just the way it is. Now, Saturn is trying to restrict the way you communicate at this point. Even though you love to communicate, he's going to restrict the way that you communicate with loved ones. You know, it's just the way it is. And you better listen to Saturn or he's going to make your life harder for you. Now, on the 6th, we have Venus again in Aquarius in your 3rd house. And it is squaring Uranus in Taurus in your 6th house. Again, you love to communicate, but you're going to have to overcome a challenge, and you're going to have to change, okay, the way you do things in order to put your finances and the things that you value on stable ground. And again, it goes back to the 1st when I told you about you're your own worst enemy, with the actions that you're taking at work or in your health life and the way that you do those day-to-day activities in your communication style. Now, the next thing we have on the 8th, the Sun conjunct Mercury retrograde in the 3rd house. Now, this is the 2nd time it's hit, okay, this Mercury, because now it's retrograde. So, you're thinking at this point, or if you're talking, it's a combustible situation because it is a fixed sign in your communications, okay? You need to think about how you're communicating with others. and putting your energy into communicating. Now, on the 10th, again, we've got Mercury retrograde in that third house, and it's squaring Mars, okay, in Taurus in your sixth house. Again, you're putting action into your work life, into your health, to stabilizing that. But the way that you're communicating with others or doing those day-to-day activities are being challenged at this time. Now, another aspect we have on the 11th is Venus in Aquarius, and it's conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius. Now, depending on how things are going here, okay, Jupiter expands what it touches, and it could be good or it could be bad, depending on how the situation's been going. But this has to do with love or money, okay? And it's in your third house, again, of your day-to-day travels or the way you communicate. And, Jupiter's going to expand those issues so you can see exactly, how your communications are at this point. Now, on the 12th and the 13th, we have Aquarius. Okay, hold on. I forgot to write something down. Okay, on the 13th or the 12th, we've got Mercury conjunct Venus in Aquarius, and that is your third house. Now, here with Mercury and Venus being conjunct in your third house, again, you have a love of communications, and this is a day that you're able to charm people by communicating. You're putting yourself out there and doing what's best for everybody. So this is a day that you're going to be able to charm people with your communication style. Then on the 13th, we have got Mars in Taurus in your sixth house, sextiling Neptune in Pisces in your fourth house. Now, with it being a sextile, you can use this energy or you can let it pass by. That depends on you and whether you want to use it or not. You have to work to use this energy. But if you do, put your energy into your work or your health, you are going to overcome the illusions and the addictions that have been holding you back in your home and family. Okay, you want a secure home base, you've got to build it, but you've got to overcome the illusions that happen with this. Now, on the 14th, we have got Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius in your third house. And again, this is a day that communications can be expanded in a good way or a bad way. If you've been somebody that is holding things back, then it's going to vibrate on the lower realm. But if you've been using your communications in a higher vibration to do what's best for everybody involved, then these communications are going to expand in a good way. But again, it's Mercury retrograde, so please don't make any decisions. This is the second hit for you. You're thinking about your communications and with, what you want to say, that would be a great way. But don't communicate it yet with it being retrograde. Just think about how things have been going. Then on the 17th, we've got Saturn in your third house. Again, Saturn restricts what it touches, and it's squaring Uranus, another power player, in Taurus in the sixth house. So there is a change that you want to make with your health, in your work life, but Sagittarius is restricting that moment, that right now in your day-to-day affairs or the way you're communicating in that situation. And it's because he wants you to be sure before you make those changes that this is something that you truly want. So please, don't jump in on this day, because you want to make your finances stable, okay? And, because Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus rules the second house of our finances, our ethics, our morals, what we value in this world. And if you value your health, you do have to make changes in your day-to-day affairs. So Saturn will restrict these things from you. That is one way the energy can be used. Another way it can be used is he's restricting the way you communicate with others so you can change things in your work life. There, just know that Saturn in some type of third house endeavor, day-to-day affairs, the way you communicate, could be a car, okay? The way you travel to get from point A to point B. He's restricting those issues in order for you to change things that are happening in your work life or your health. Then on the 18th, the sun is moving into Pisces in the fourth house. And the sun is where you're shining your light, okay? And that is in Pisces. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and there's no boundaries there. And, you have got to find those boundaries. But right now, use your compassion and your love with your family. Use your understanding with your family to build the secure base that you want. Then on the 19th, we are going to have the Venus in Aquarius in your third house, squaring Mars in Taurus in your sixth house. And again, he's restricting either communication, your short distance travel, or your day-to-day affairs, okay? And this is with something that you love, okay? You want to be more altruive, but it's squaring the actions that you're taking with your health and your work. So there's a challenge to overcome with something that you love. And it, like I said, it's in your communication style, your day-to-day affairs, or it could be, a vehicle situation. That, it's going to be how you communicate, and it's squaring, okay, Mars, the actions that you're taking with your health or in your work life. it's squaring this. So there's a challenge to overcome here in your health, and your work life, that has to do with communications or something that you love that you do in your day-to-day world. Now, on the 20th, we've got Mercury going direct in Aquarius. So where your thoughts have been cloudy, and you're not sure about your direction, or even you've been stumbling over your words on how to communicate, or your day-to-day affairs on the things that you want, or even the direction that you want to take in your short distance future. Okay, this has all been cloudy for you. Well, it's going to start to come back into focus for you, and you're going to know where you want to go. Then on the 24th, we have Mars in Taurus in your 6th house, and that's trining Pisces in Capricorn in the 2nd house. Now, this is an energy that you get to do easy because it's a trine. It's just something you can do naturally, but use the energy. Don't become lazy about it and let it just pass on by, because it's something that you do naturally. You need to integrate this energy into your life. And that has to do with the actions that you take in your health or your work, okay, to stabilize. It's something that you value. You love, working on your health. You love, your work life. It could be that, but it's something that you value in this world, and you need to transform how you value it, okay? Because it's in the 2nd house. So your values are coming into par, because it's time for, Pluto to strip away the deadwood in your life. And Pluto does strip, and you feel like you're losing a layer of your skin, but it's okay, because when you learn to value the right things, you do need to lose things that just aren't where you need to be with your values. Then on the 25th, we have Venus moving in to Pisces into your 4th house. And again, Pisces in the 4th house, there's no boundaries there. With your family, you love them. You'll do anything for them. You need to speak compassionately and from your heart, to them. Show them the deepest part of who you are, because that's all they've ever wanted, okay? You don't have to put on a fake facade with your family, okay? They will allow you to build the foundation that you want to build, as long as you're real with them and as long as you're true with them. So you don't have to be anything but who you are with them. Well, that is your astrological forecast, Sagittarius, and we are using the Work Your Light Oracle cards for the month of February, okay, for Sagittarius. So let's shuffle. All right. Sagittarius, it's the leap card. You go first, and the universe will catch you. Okay? It's time for you to get rid of what no longer serves you. Okay? You have to put yourself first. That means you have to put your health first. You have to put your work life first. And in order to do this, again, you're going to have to change some things. You know, you've got to get rid of it. Use your family, okay, to catch you. Use your family to help guide you. Because you've got to learn that you have to jump, okay? You have to expose who you truly are and get rid of the addictions, get rid of the illusions that you have built for your family. You have got to take down your guard. You know, the universe will catch you, and so will your family. So rid yourself of what you no longer need, Sagittarius. You know, and leap to the universe, okay? You know, whether it be, some people call it the universe, some people call it God, some call it energy. I mean, it goes by many names, okay? But you've got to jump, okay? And know that you're going to be caught in whatever you do. But you've got to get rid of the illusions. You've got to live from a higher plane. You can't continue to live with the addictions. You can't continue to live with the illusions and the lies that you have built your foundation on. You've got to build the foundation from truth, from honesty, from love. And then everything will come together for you. So, and I'm going to say one more thing, Sagittarius. Yes, you're blunt. Okay? Everybody knows that Sagittarius, you know, they will just say it, and that's all there is to it. But when you say things bluntly, well, ask yourself, what is it costing you? Okay? What is the cost? And I mean, I think because you speak so bluntly, it's a defensive mechanism because you don't want people to get close to you. So you just say things. Well, it's time to step back from just saying them, okay? It's time for you to think about it and to feel things and know that there are things that you've got to overcome. And once you decide to leap and take that step to go back to God, the energy source, whatever you want to call it, the universe, that it'll catch you, okay? It's not going to let you fall and sink, you know, but you've got to be willing to take the first step, okay? You've got to be willing to let go of the illusion. You've got to be ready to let go of the addictions. You've got to be ready to let go of the lies you're telling yourself and your family, okay? because it's getting you nowhere. So, Sagittarius, that is your forecast for the month of February. I wish you nothing but many blessings and much love. Sagittarius, may all your dreams come true, and I will see you in March. Have a great day. Bye-bye.